we've got to find them somewhere to work or they can't be in the program. If I don't have them in the program, I don't have cheeks in seats, and then that's a problem. So, my enrollment would go down if I have to tell a student, I'm sorry, I know what your desires are, but you can't work. If you're not working, you can't be in the program. You're going to have to join our multiple manufacturer program, which does not have a work requirement. So that's a disadvantage we run into for students that have life experiences or what have you that would make it where they just simply can't meet that requirement for the GM ASEP program. I think we need more information to the employers on the avenues that they can find the employees they're looking. And when it comes to what you and I do in our relationship, as well as other scholarship funds or informational systems that are out there, those dealers need to get into that network. And they need to know that the way I get a new employee is start in the high school first, bring them through high school, get them through college, and then they're prepared for the workforce. So that's one of the biggest concerns that I think we have right now. I have constantly my phone ringing concerning dealers or independent shops, whoever. Do you have a graduate? I need a graduate. And it's just that's not what we do. I don't have a pool of graduates standing out in the hallway. I say, okay, you're going over there. It doesn't work that way. We have students that in the GM ASEP program, 100% of the students are employed. So. And most of these tool companies offer huge discounts to the students, but it's still an incredibly expensive undertaking for a student. In fact, what most of us say in the community college system is that the price of the tools rival what our tuition costs are. So an open checkbook for recruiting, that would be the best. When I was hired on to be an instructor, and in your situation exactly the same way, no one pulled you aside and said, oh, by the way, you've got to find the people that you're going to instruct. You've got to go and find them. I was definitely not a salesperson. I'm a horrible salesperson. So, I need some professional development to tell me what yearly, generationally, we see with kids coming into our program, what it is that is appealing to them from a recruitment standpoint. Is it a video? Is it a social media aspect? There's a lot of avenues there that we're just not as familiar as we need to be, and we need someone that can help us with that. And then when it comes to doing these things, we definitely need some help from that recruiting end as well, because it's very expensive to do this stuff. How do we disseminate that stuff? And that's where I think some professional development within the college standpoint would be very, very helpful. It's trying to market our program to that entire age group that may not be in an automotive setting at school. Yesterday I was at a school that probably had 1,500, 2,000 students in it. I only spoke to 28 people. So there's a lot of people in there that may not know that automotive classroom existed, may not be interested right now, but if they heard something from me, they may be. That's where it's going to cost some money, because I've got to find the avenue it takes to get to them. Those individual companies have got to find ways of getting into high schools where the pool of talent is at, network in whatever method they need. And if Tech Force is part of that, great. But network in whatever method they need to do the recruiting at an early period of time in the high schools. Get the students individually interested in a career path that I can help them, and then bring them to me so I can go out and get them ready for the career that they ultimately are trying to get into. They need to make this industry an industry that people want to go and work. Are they willing to tell their kids that this is the career path you need to do? Do parents get their kids pulled aside and say, hey kid, you're getting to be 15 years old, 14 years old. You need to be looking at the automotive industry because that's the place that the money is. That's where the recognition from the owners of the businesses are. You need to do this because that's great.